Okay, we are in Nairobi National Park.
Yes.
I'd like to know, in your opinion, which is the best car
Yeah.
for off-road?
Yes.
So you have the factors are fuel cost,
Yeah.
so obviously budget, and the expense of changing the materials. If let's say you're driving in the park a lot, so maybe maintenance as well. Which car would you?
I get these questions a lot.
Yeah.
Not just for driving in the park.
Okay.
But for driving in general.
Yeah.
There's no one answer.
Okay. Yeah.
Because depending on your level of income, I could say a Range Rover.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the parts would be because I mean it's an incredible off-road vehicle. It's very comfortable.
Okay.
Yeah. And if you're going to be doing this kind of stuff, it would be fantastic.
Okay. So
I think any for Nairobi National Park specifically, anything with good ground clearance should be fine.
Okay.
If you were to, gun to my head, one thing.
Yeah.
Imagine I'd say a double cab pickup. Yeah. It can handle everything you can throw at it. You can carry as much as you possibly need. Yeah. In terms of fuel, it really depends on your right foot. Yeah. So if you can, if you're going to be doing a lot of stuff that's off-road, it is surprisingly more capable than you imagine.
Yeah.
Like it can do everything that the big boys can do. Because I keep telling people like an off-road four-wheel drive vehicle needs to have 4 things, in my opinion. So the first is that all 4 wheels have to be driven.
Okay.
Yeah. The second is that it has to have good ground clearance.
Yes.
The third is that it needs to have a low-range transfer case.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the fourth is that it needs to have locking differentials. So let me explain those those 4 things.
Okay.
Yeah. So a lot of cars will have all 4 wheels being driven. It's called all-wheel. So there's a difference between now all-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive.
Yeah.
So all-wheel drive is all 4 wheels can be driven. So like in your Subaru, symmetrical all-wheel drive, it will drive all 4 wheels, no problem. Audi with Quattro, it will drive all 4 wheels, no problem. Those are geared primarily towards getting you around corners faster on a tarmac setting. When you're going off the road, you really are concerned about traction, about getting the wheels to turn when you're at a weird angle. Oh, there's a buffalo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's bigger.
4-wheel drive now, proper. Yeah.
Proper, yeah.
So you so you see, like that's a lot of weight.
Mm-hmm.
So as you can see, it needs to make sure all of its legs are on the ground. Yeah. And it's pushing all that weight. Yes, and you can see it has high ground clearance.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you can see. And then it has a lot of power now. That's where the low range transfer case comes in. So like the difference between like an all-wheel drive and a 4-wheel drive vehicle would be wow. So are they usually solitary like this? Or should we be looking for others?
The male ones are usually like this. And these are the most dangerous.
Of course.
When they're alone like this.
Yeah.
Him charging right now it would be so easy for him to do it.
Very dangerous. Yeah.
And they're very hot-tempered.
Yeah, incredibly.
Mm-hmm.
I think of all the animals I'm afraid of, it's this and hippos.
Yeah. And funny enough, they're all like they're vegetarian, like they don't eat meat.
Yeah. So that's exactly the point. They kill you for fun.
Yeah, because they want to.
Yeah, like a lion will be killing you because he needs to eat.
Yeah.
Like this is just, you're in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah.
It's like it's showing you this is my neighborhood, bro.
Yeah.
You're in the wrong neighborhood.
You're in the wrong place. It's very, very territorial.
Yeah. And hippos, I think hippos kill more people than most other animals.
Yeah.
So
hippos are mosquitoes number 1. But hippos are, I think, second.
Right up there.
Yeah. And then buffaloes. In conservation, buffaloes are number 1. Like rangers, most of them that get hurt with wildlife, it's usually buffaloes. And it's in situations whereby you didn't see it. Maybe you're doing patrol and then it snuck to you and
you're in the wrong neighborhood.
Yeah, and to stab you with those horns. And just lift you.
Yeah, and it's persistent. It will follow you.
Yeah, very persistent. Yeah. Even if you try and hurt it, it will try to hurt you back properly. They're very aggressive. So for me, I would pick a Jeep.
Yeah.
Jeep Wrangler.
Yes.
I guess maybe because of how it looks and based on the articles that I've read, performance, it's one of the best.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
is it cheap to maintain? And
Nah,
is it reliable? Those are different
questions.
things. But like in terms of sheer capability, I think what a lot of people don't realize that actually Jeep is where it started. Yeah. So everything is a version of a Jeep. So like the Land Rover was the British version of a Jeep. The Land Cruiser was the Japanese version of a Jeep. The Willys Jeep, the original Willys Jeep, was the genesis of all off-road vehicles. So that heritage is very strong. So I keep telling people honestly, like you're talking about the Jeep Wrangler, you would be very surprised about what the Jeep Grand Cherokee can do off-road. That is an incredibly capable
It's a really
vehicle.
good car.
Yeah. Like when it can do a lot more than you can imagine. Yeah. So yeah, I mean a Jeep even without any modifications is really quite incredible. A Jeep with modifications, yeah. And you can take off the roof, you can take off the doors. Yeah. So yeah, you can get into great positions for taking photos.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is really good. So it will get you into a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think like that's what I was saying for a Kenyan context. Double cab. You get any double cab, whether it's a D-Max, Hilux, L200, can be fixed anywhere. It's not too particular about the fuel you're giving it. You can find spares anywhere in the country. Anybody can fix it anywhere in the country. There's a wide range of aftermarket equipment that can be fitted to any of them. So if you want to, you want bigger wheels, you want better suspension, you want radios, you want it's infinitely modifiable. And at a cost that's reasonable. Because what happens like with Jeep, most of the people who buy Jeeps have a bit too heavy. So like the modifications for Jeeps also now tend to be really expensive.
It's a bit expensive. What about like a Land Cruiser G70?
A Land Cruiser?
Is it J70?
Yeah, 7 Series. Yeah, like that's for police.
Yeah,
it is. I mean, there's a reason you see them everywhere. Like it is genuinely, that is the default setting.
Okay.
I mean that you can't go wrong with a 70 series. It's going to take you everywhere and come back.
And even for NGOs they use it a lot. Like in Lodwar, when you're going those
because it's not going to break down. And then it can handle anything you throw at it. So like it is the best for a reason. But also now, it does cost quite a lot to purchase, and then the engines are very big. So I think the newest generation now has the 2.8 liter that's in the Prado, but now has an automatic transmission. Which now, when you're driving off-road, automatics can be when you're doing really hard off-roading, an automatic transmission generally tends to overheat because it will have its own radiator, but it requires airflow. But when you're doing very high intensity, very hard off-roading, you're doing it at a slow speed, so there's not too much going on in terms of that.
You can see a pair of jackals.
Oh.
They always walk in pairs. At all times. Pretty interesting.
So 2 males, 2 females, male and a female?
A male and a female.
I don't know, I thought they were bigger.
Oh.
Those are younger ones.
Yeah, these are... No, actually they're smaller than wild dogs. Wild dogs are bigger. But wild dogs are in packs. They're like wolves. Then I found something really interesting. Like a lot of these smaller predators have a very high success rate compared to the bigger ones. Like you'll find this thing is actually more deadly than let's say a leopard or something. In terms of the sheer number of kills. And they have this teamwork thing, like hyenas. Like they know for us to drop this animal, we will do it easier if we team up.
We work together.
And so they work together a lot. Like even wild dogs, they can kill you very easily. And hyenas as well. So what about, I wanted to ask you, the Jimny. Is it a good car?
Oh, yes. Yes. It's so much fun. It doesn't matter which one. You didn't even say which one, whether it's the old one or the new one. The new one is so much fun. It's so much fun. In fact, like if you're going to be doing trips around, the only thing is that it's really small, so it would be for basically solo trips, 1 extra person maximum. But that car is so much. That car, I think, if you were to ask me my favorite car of the last like 5 years, that would be it.
I honestly want fun.
Let me tell you, like one thing that should show you is every single video you see on that car on the internet, the guy is smiling.
Yeah,
the girl, the guy is smiling.
yeah.
They'll be laughing. They'll be having the time of their lives. That
true.
thing is so much fun. I can't say anything wrong because first of all, it's a Suzuki.
Yeah.
So I mean, so what if you hit the door? Let's buy another one.
Yeah.
Like you hit the bumper, fine. You don't. It's not. You know, like you can't say the same thing like with almost any other car. You'd be worried about, oh, you know, what if I hit it? What if I scratch it? Scratch it, paint it. It's a Suzuki. It's a tiny little thing.
Yeah.
There's a 5-door that has come out.
Yeah.
I've not had the opportunity to check it out. I saw Mwav. I don't know if you're aware of Mwav. Mwav did a campaign with it. I think in Amboseli, but it was not for the local market. They were shooting for, I think India or somewhere else like that. Yeah. So I need to talk to him by there. I think I'll call him after this and ask him how that car is. Because the bigger space for the 5-door should allow you to carry more stuff, but I wouldn't say more people because it has the same engine, the 1.5.
Yeah.
But that car is so much fun. We had it for the show to review. And that was the happiest day of my life.
It's very reliable.
It's so nice.
Comfortable to drive.
It's you don't actually care about any of that when you get behind the wheel. I really don't care how reliable it is. I don't care how it has a 1.5 liter engine, so on paper it should be fuel efficient, but you're going to be accelerating a lot, so maybe not so much. Plus now, I mean, it's a small engine but also a small fuel tank, so your range is also not that high. But oh my god, that thing's so much fun. And then it's like a mountain goat. It can go anywhere.
It can go anywhere.
You can go up hills, down hills, through water, through mud. As in, if you're in mud, you'll skip on top of the mud. You know, for an off-road vehicle, being light is actually an advantage. So its capability is unmatched, really. I'm not even going to lie. Then if you get the manual, you are the traction control, you're the off-road modes. So once you get to that car is so nice. The small wheelbase allows you to do so much. Like you can get into and out of so many things. On the highway, I mean, you'll struggle to do like 120. But you won't care. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. You will not care. Like it's one of those things where now, like the trip is going to be as fun as the destination. Yeah.
You don't have to.
It's a tiny little thing. You're on the highway. You're going to get pushed by wind all the time. Lorry passes you. You'll be shaking all over the place. But you'll be like you know, so funny. This car is so light, and that car is so nice. That car is so nice. It's a good. Let me tell you how demand for that car has gotten so crazy. A used Suzuki Jimny costs more than a showroom one. That is the only situation that we have like that in the country at the moment. Like a used Jimny is around 4 million shillings and a brand new showroom one is 3.2, but you have to wait between 3 to 6 months.
To get it.
Yeah. So used ones have, as in, you can get a used one that has lower spec than the new one, and it's more expensive.
It's more expensive.
Yeah.
The demand for it as well.
The demand, because you know, demand is basically across car markets that have a right-hand drive. So we are competing with South Africa, we're competing with Australia, and those are guys who have mad purchasing power. So when you're manufacturing them, they're like, hey, bro, you know, we have to give priority to the guys. So the ones that are coming here
after.
Yeah. But when you do get one, well, I'm not even saying if, because if you're talking about a Jimny, I know you're going to buy one.
Yeah, I honestly
when you do get one,
when I get one,
you give me a call. I'll show you what it can do. Basically, I'll give you a tutorial.
You see how on Instagram your explore page is usually things that you watch.
Yes.
Mine is usually Jimnys.
Yes.
Because I don't know, I speak about them, I Google them all the time. It's a really nice
so
car.
Manual, just get the manual. I mean, the automatic is nice, but get the manual.
Perfect size.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a social person, so I don't need to carry a lot of people.
Yeah, like, but you need to carry stuff. That's okay.
I need to carry stuff.
When you do overlanding, now like if you need to go for 2-3 weeks, that's when you realize there are the limits. Because you know, when you're doing that off-road stuff, you have to carry everything that you're going with. So you're carrying fuel, which is heavy. You're carrying all the water you're drinking. 1 liter of water is 1 kg. Yeah. Carrying all your food. You're carrying spares. Especially if you're going out by yourself, especially like you're saying, you're going to need spares for things that can break. So you're going to need to carry an extra CV joint. You're going to need to carry an extra, hose, because the things that you think can possibly break. All of those things are heavy, so it's going to have an impact on how far you can go or how long you can be away. Yeah. But yes, in terms of if you're going to be doing solo stuff, you need a car that's reliable. That is reliable. Fine. Yeah, and it is so much fun.
Do you drive a manual or an auto?
I drive an auto.
Thank you so much for watching that highlight video. If you want to watch the full conversation that we had on the game drive, click here. I'm going to put it here. Don't forget to like the video, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, or even share with anyone who would be interested in this conversation. It helps my channel and it helps me make more videos like this. Asante. Bye.